minutes. Praise the Lord. My God, are you enjoying yourselves? I'm getting 2 minutes. Are you enjoying yourselves? Praise the Lord. God is so good that He saw fit for us to almost share our word. We go back to back. We have the two words that really kind of go together. And so isn't it cute? Sovereignty of the Lord. And so Luke 23, 46 through 47, I envision this as being a continuation of the first sentence. Truly. And when Jesus had cried with a loud voice, He said, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. And having said thus, He gave up the ghost. And now when the centurion saw what was done, he glorified God, saying, certainly this was a righteous man. And so I imagine he said, it is finished. Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. At the end of the day, when we put together the seven last words, and when we look at this last word specifically, I think that what we get is truly just a declaration of what it means for Yeshua to be fully God, and like you said before, at the same time, fully man. What it means to be all-powerful and yet to have flesh. What it means to be able to call the very angels down from the heavens to strike everyone down, but at the same time to weep in the Garden of Gethsemane as He knows what is on His plate tonight. For Yeshua to be on the cross, it's what we would call a flex. Right? As He sits on the cross, that He's literally, if you notice, He's giving out instructions. Isn't it odd that as He hangs and the Pharisees are like, we got Him right where we want Him. And Jesus is like, I got you right where I want you. And the centurions and the Roman soldiers who hung Him, they're confused. They're like, why is this guy up here talking to people? Forgiving people? He's supposed to be a captive. I thought he was a victim. I thought we had him. He literally is, I'm thirsty. You want a drink? No. That's my mother. Hey, you, take care of my mother. Hanging on the cross, giving out instructions. You, next to me, you're coming with me. We're going to paradise. Well, they must have been so baffled as they sat there and watched and said, what is it? Why is he not? You're supposed to be crying and weak, barely able to speak. And it says that he cries out with what type of voice? What type of voice he cries out with? A loud voice. So yet this man who sits on the cross with an asphyxiation where eventually you die because your lungs and everything just collapse and you lose the breath in your lungs. Somehow, he just has to demonstrate for you one more time that he still has power and he has to declare with a loud voice. Not a whisper, not a weak voice, not a voice of one defeated, but with a loud voice. This is not a victim. Even when he says, it's finished, it is a proclamation of Jesus saying, okay, I think I'm done here. I think I've done my work. Let me see, check. I checked the box. The scriptures have been fulfilled. I have done everything that the Father commanded. It's finished. Now there's just one final step for me. Even at this moment, in control, it would look like he's giving up and dying and giving his last breath. He actually takes command of his own very spirit. My own spirit. It's one thing for the Lord to have been in control of his destiny all this time. It is one thing for him to have committed his body in his worship and in what he has done in his